that a hero lies in you. Hey, I do not own the rights to this music, but Mariah Carey said it best. When a hero comes along, you understand me? Like, who would have thought it? Like, never, I have never heard of this guy last year. You understand what I'm saying? I've been watching him, keeping an eye on him this year, but like, this might be the new Golden State of the East. Like, I was thinking that Dame Dollar and I'm sorry, enough of the music is off. I was thinking that Dame Dollar and CJ McCullough was the new best backcourt of the NBA. Now I'm gonna have to change my mind. I mean, second best backcourt because, like I said, I'm not disrespecting Clay or Steph. And a lot of people keep counting Golden State out, but they will be back next year, especially with that addition of Wiggins. But that's a conversation for another time. My main point is that Hero and Dragic is a hell of a backcourt, and that Hero is not scared. I mean, he put it all on the line. He is not backing down. That boy got heart, and I hate that I didn't make my video before the game because I predicted a close game. But I actually thought the Celtics were tied up and we'd be going 2-2. But then at the same time, I did think that they might just fold because I will tell you one thing: uh, the Celtics ain't got too much heart, and we saw what LeBron did to them a couple years ago, back when he was on his run, when Kyrie had left, and it was just him and Kevin Love when he drug those boys to the finals. So I remember the Celtics folding back then because they just didn't have heart. But I thought they would have grown up a little bit since that series, and since they was more tested in the playoffs than this group Miami has. Then I thought the likes of Jaylen Brown, with the addition of Gordon Hayward and Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart, would be able to have the ability to go out there and get the job done. But hey, they down 3-1, so I don't really see them coming back from that. I mean, they might get another game, but I just did not see Miami giving up that lead. And I do want to point out what a great job Eric Spoelstra is doing. I mean, that boy got them coached up. And I mean, just from his history, like, you thought he was just a coach of egos when I remember when the Heat had trouble early on, and everybody, the murmuring was starting, saying that Eric Spoelstra was gonna get fired, and Pat Riley was about to come downstairs and give him the axe, like he had did Van Gundy back when 06 or '07 when Pat Riley won the championship as the coach of the Heat when D Wade and Shaq and them beat Dallas, but. Hey, he let Spoelstra stay for a reason, cause Pat Riley, man, he got that clout and he got that high basketball IQ. Pat Riley been doing this for a long time, even for the Lakers back in the day, from New York all the way down to Miami. So Pat Riley, he know what he doing. And with that being said, I'm pretty much thinking there's gonna be a Lakers against Miami matchup, which is gonna be a great matchup because you're gonna see LeBron going against his former team, which I think is gonna be great. But I gotta get back to the point of Eric Spoelstra. I mean, he outcoached Boston so much, especially in the last 5 minutes of that quarter. You could see Boston was so stagnant. I mean, they were just kind of sitting around waiting for Tatum to do something, waiting for Jaylen Brown to do something. They just started playing a whole lot of one-on-one basketball. You didn't see a lot of cuts to the basket. You didn't see a lot of pick and roll action. You didn't see a lot of movement on offense. You just saw them letting the clock run down and bad shots being taken. But with Miami, you saw Herro controlling a lot, Dragic controlling the offense. A lot of people still making backdoor cuts. People still running the high pick and roll. Man, you just got to give it up for Miami all the way around. And man, to be honest, Boston would have been an easier matchup for the Lakers, I think. And I'm not trying to give it to the Lakers yet, even though I think the Lakers will win the series against Denver. But I'm just saying Miami is going to be a bad matchup for the Lakers. But that's something we'll get on to later on. And there's a few reasons why I say that. But either way it go, I just got to go ahead and give mad props again to the Miami Heat tonight. Eric Spoelstra and his staff doing what they do. Jamie Foxx doing what he do. Jamie Foxx out there hooping, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but real talk, Jimmy Butler and Jamie Foxx, they might be cousins. I really don't know what's going on there. But Jimmy Buckets keep doing this thing on the offensive end. On the defensive end, I saw a couple of calls that was questionable, but they still were able to overcome that, not get panicked, and that's a testament once again to coaching and the leadership on the floor. And for that hero, I mean, goodness gracious, to be a rookie and to be in those moments and not sweat, not panic, and be able to demand the ball and do what you do and not be afraid to go to the line and not be afraid to take these kind of shots in a close game. this is going to be something that if they do get into the finals and they get into a close game, they are not going to break, nor are they going to back down, because that's not something that Eric Spoelstra's team does. I gotta be happy for Pat Riley at this present moment. I'm happy for the Heat as an organization, and we just see how interesting it'll be when we go into the next game. But pretty much, I'm gonna call this one a wrap. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. I come to y'all with my thoughts on the game tomorrow between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Denver Nuggets. And everybody out there, just have a good night, and I'll get at y'all later. Once again, this is B New saying right on to the real and death to the fakers. I'm out.